My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekar classes on Applied Data Science with Python. This is lecture number 313. In this lecture, we will try to understand bias variance trade-off. It's other very interesting and important concept in the theory of machine learning. I request all of you to go through lecture number 277 before understanding this lecture. This particular lecture, that is for lecture number 313, this lecture number 277 forms the basis where you can learn. Without understanding lecture number 277, it is difficult to understand lecture number 313. Because remember, we discussed about overfitting and underfitting in lecture number 277. From very practical standpoint, we discussed about overfitting and underfitting. We said KNN, when K is large, when K equal to N, underfitting. Just observe this particular slide I collected from my lecture number 277. When K equal to N, what happens? Every query point belongs to the majority class. When K equal to N, what does it mean? This is the case of underfitting. It is underfitting case, isn't it? It's underfitting. When K equal to N is number of points, then I can say it's underfitting. When K is small, when K equal to, for example, K equal to 1, when K is small, around K equal to 1, this is the case of overfitting. That's what we discussed in that particular lecture. Just try to recall, isn't it? But how do we mathematically analyze overfitting and underfitting? So, mathematical basis to understand overfitting and underfitting comes from the idea called bias variance trade-off. This is very nice idea which is used extensively in statistical machine learning, or I can say in theoretical machine learning. A very beautiful idea in theory of machine learning. We understood generalization error, or I can say the error on future data, or I can say it's an error on future unseen data. We discussed about that generalization error in my previous lectures. Machine learning people have derived generalization error very elegantly. We do this derivation when we do linear regression. Oftentimes, some of the ideas in machine learning are easy to prove through the concept of linear regression and techniques like KNN. Very easy, very beautiful idea. Easy to explain these ideas from the view of linear regression. We will see the proof when we learn linear regression. For now, we understand intuitively what it means. So, generalization error is the error that you make on future data or future unseen data. Mathematicians have proved that generalization error can be decomposed into sum of three terms. The first term is called bias term, and it's often written as bias square. Second term is called variance, and third term is called irreducible error. That is generalization error equal to bias square plus variance plus irreducible error, isn't it? Generalization error is the error on future unseen data. Future unseen data is nothing but a query point. So the generalization error decomposed into three pieces. There is an error because of bias in the model, there is an error because of variance in the model, and there is an irreducible error. Now let's break down these three pieces. Mathematical proof of this we will learn in linear regression because it's much simpler to understand through linear regression. Right now we will try to understand intuition of bias variance trade-off. So there are three terms, as I told you. Generalization error can be decomposed into three pieces. the bias term, the variance term, and the irreducible term. Irreducible error is the error that you cannot, that irreducible error is the error that you cannot reduce further. So, what is the goal of machine learning? Goal of machine learning is to have low generalization error. To have low generalization error, or your bias should be low, your variance should be low, isn't it? Why? Because your irreducible error should be low. Irreducible is basically a error that you cannot reduce further for a given model. I have to live with it because no model is perfect, but you can always try to reduce generalization error because of bias or because of variance. Now let's try to understand intuitively. This is not mathematics and this is intuition. Bias error comes because of errors made due to simplifying assumptions. I will repeat. Bias error comes due to simplifying bias. That's what it says. Bias errors made due to simplifying assumptions. We understand what is underfitting in lecture number 277. So you can think of high bias basically means underfitting. Of course, your underfit model is always, I will repeat, as it is important point, let me repeat. You can think of high bias basically means underfitting. Of course, your underfit model is always bad. Let's understand what do you mean by error due to simplifying assumptions. Let me try to draw a simple example. Just let me show a simple data set. Just see this particular data set. Let's assume my modeling assumption is, if I say that I will only use planes, if I say this is my modeling assumption, if I say that I will only use planes or lines to separate positive points from negative points, this data cannot be separated by single plane. Suppose, imagine if I try to draw a plane like this. Let me draw a plane like this, or I can say let me draw a point, a line like this. In this case, let me say instead of plane, let me say line. If I try to draw this particular line to separate positive points from negative points, all these points, which points are misclassified? Just see, these points are misclassified. Actually, this is a red point region. There are some blue points are coming, isn't it? Therefore, these points are misclassified, isn't it? Therefore, all these points are misclassified. My modeling assumption is I will use only planes, not a curve, to actually separate both of them. If I had a curve, just see, if I had a curve like this, if I had a curve, just say this curve, if I had a curve like this, let me say like this is the case. If I had a curve like this, a curve makes sense. Yes. Why? Because this curve is separating positive points from negative points. A curve makes sense for this data. But if I say I don't want to use a curve, I want to use just a line, I want to use just a plane. If I just say I want to use line or plane, this is a simplifying assumption that we are making. Because of this simplifying assumption, all these points are misclassified. Just see, these points are blue points are coming into the red points region. You draw, imagine if I draw a different plane. Let me draw one more plane like this. Even if you draw like this, these points cannot be separated. This still there is a misclassification. You are not able to separate these points by using line. I can find what can I say? So there is no way that I can find a line or plane to separate my positive points and negative points successfully. But a curve like this, certainly. Certainly. Just see this curve, I can always make use curve like this, isn't it? This curve successfully separating from positive points and negative points. This curve successfully separates, but whereas line cannot separate. But if I limit myself to only using lines and planes, I am making a simplifying assumption that my data can be separated using a plane, and errors that happens due to simplifying assumptions are called bias errors. These errors are known as bias errors. It is also called as underfitting. So in KNN, what is happening? Let's understand that in KNN, let me say, in KNN, what happens in KNN when K is large? Let me say K is, let me write this one. In KNN, when K is large, when K is large, let me say K is large means, let me say K equal to N, isn't it? I'm saying, let's assume 80% of my points belongs to negative class. 80% of my points belongs to negative class, and 20% of my points belongs to positive class. Let me assume this one, isn't it? 80% of negative points, 20% of points are positive points. It's an imbalanced data. When K equal to N, what happens? Given any query point xq, I will classify this as a negative point. This xq, I will classify this xq as a negative point. Why? Because you are taking n nearest neighbors as majority points are negative points. My query point will get classified into a negative point. Assumptions I made, underlying assumption I am making is whatever is the dominant class. So what is the dominant class here? 80% is dominant class, negative class, isn't it? Which is negative class. Whatever the dominant class becomes the class of my query point. That's what happens when K equal to N. So dominant class becomes, I can say dominant class becomes the class label of every query point, every query point xq. Why? Because we are taking n nearest neighbors as majority points are belongs to negative class. My query point will get classified into negative class, isn't it? Which is very, very simplifying assumption. This one is very, 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 very simplifying assumption. It's a very simplifying assumption, isn't it? It's a very, very simplifying assumption. It's a very, very simplifying, which is very, very simplifying assumption I'm making, especially when I'm making this assumption, especially when K equal to N. When K equal to N, this is what is happening. And what does it mean? This means dominant class becomes the class label of every query point. Just because I have more points of negative class, every query point should be a negative class point. You will end up with high bias error, which is also called as underfitting. In KNN, when K equal to N or when K is very large, it is underfitting and model said to have high bias, isn't it? When somebody says your model has high bias, what does it mean? When somebody says your model has high bias, what it means? You are underfitting. High bias means underfitting. And what does underfitting means? You are making some very, very simplifying assumptions, and hence you are having this problem. What does underfitting here now means? You are making some simplifying assumption. Because of simplifying assumptions about your model, like a plane can separate, that's very, very simplifying assumption. But in real world, actually a curve can separate. So errors because of simplifying assumptions are called bias errors, and which is also called as underfitting. If somebody says if your model is high bias, what it means is you have underfitting problem. The second part, which is high variance, this I will discuss in my next lecture. That is lecture number 314. Thank you very much.